In the desktop version of Power BI, which we are currently using, you can access the data from this button called Get Data. Initially, when you start a report or you make a new page, you can access data from here like a quick start menu. But when you already started a page, you cannot. This will not be available anymore. So you need to use this button. These ones are the most common data sources. I think it's picked by Microsoft. It could be Excel workbook. It could be from SQL or data sets from all different places. You can even press more and get more options if it's not one of the common. You can even find Pythons in here somewhere, so you can get data and do your own script to get the data from there. Okay, so we're gonna get it from the web, so we'll start with this one. Press web, and now we need the API key from the website. So let's go and get that. So here I am on this website that I shared with you, and here you can access the different API keys or APIs to access the data from the NTN News server. So I'll pick the second one, and if I press that one, you can see I get the temperature outside the device. I mark it and press copy or Control C, that's also an option. And now I have the data. And if I open it in a browser, this is how it's going to look. But now I want to access it through Power BI. So let's get the key back to Power BI. Yes, so I'm back in the desktop version of Power BI. And here I can simply, from the web, I can simply just press my Control V for paste my API key, and then I'll press OK. And it's gonna think for a while, and then it's gonna open in the Power Query. So let me tell you a bit about the Power Query. When Power BI is finished thinking, you'll get this Power Query editor open. And as you can see, the data from the server from NTNU, Power Query Editor could actually understand it quite well. You can see the first column, it's the thing name, and then you have the measured time, which is the date and the clock. Which is basically the timestamp of the measurement. The value was 23, and the unit of the value was degrees Celsius, which basically means that the temperature is 23 degrees Celsius at this point of time. The Power Query is really a strong tool, and we will also learn it as we go. But let me tell you a couple of things. Here on the left side, you can, if you have many different data sets coming in, you can see them on the left side, and here they call them queries instead of data sets. And that basically means because every time we have a source of data, we can actually automate or treat the data in different ways before it gets into Power BI. So as you can see here on the left side, you can see query settings. This is the name of the query, and this is the applied steps. So basically, the first 4 steps have already been predefined by Power Query. So it basically what happens is that first it goes to this website and gets the data. That's the code from built within Power Query, and it defines or knows that this is a JSON format, and then it converts it to wants to convert it to a table, and then it expands, and this is one way actually as the measured time is getting shown on the website, and then it changes the type to of data from just being a string. You can see this is a string If I look here, text string to actually being a data type of date. It's sorry, date and time. So that means every time we get a new data, the Power Query will know how to convert the data, and we can actually add steps to this. And we will definitely do that because we would want to manipulate this. For instance, as you can see, at 11 o'clock, there are a lot of different timestamps, or at least a lot of the different data collected for the 11th hour of 8th of November. So if you want to do an average, we can actually just collect all these data and make an average from that. And this is something we can do in an apply step. So this will happen every time we get new data. So this is a really strong tool. We'll get more into that later. But if we press close and apply, it will be loaded into Power BI. So let's just press that one. After you have loaded the data into Power BI, you should get something like this. You can see that the report view has changed, but you can also see that the data over here on the right side, if you haven't opened it, it's changed. Now they actually can see some sources of data coming into our Power BI. And as you can see, if I maximize this, that there is measured time, and Power BI actually differentiates between year, quarter, month, and day. This is something we could use for later. There's the measurement unit, the thing name, and the value. And the smart thing about this is that there is a refresh button, which basically, if we press that, it's gonna if you press that button, there's gonna pop up a window saying that the data is being refreshed, and after a couple of seconds, maybe a minute or so, the data will be refreshed, meaning that you get the newest data included in this Power BI. And so in that way, this is kind of getting semi real time. So creating a semi real time data sheet is kind of cool. But before we move on, I would suggest that you save the project. You press File and press Save As or Save, and then we'll catch up in the next video.